In terms of the derby, then, we've seen so many under McCarthy's stewardship, and we haven't won any under his management. Do we think he fires them up enough for these games?
I don't know, because I've been in press conferences of Mick's actually ahead of these derbies, and then he's always surprised by the fact that there are more journalists there than there are normally for a game. You know, he makes a wisecrack when he comes in, "Oh, big game coming up, is it?" or something like that. And you can tell, you know, he's a proud Yorkshireman, and he's a very experienced man, and he kind of references the fact that the East Anglian derby doesn't compare. He doesn't quite say this in so many words, but you know, he talks of it as a much more sedate affair than you might get north of the border, or you know, even the Sheffield derby, something like that. So I've kind of, reading between the lines, picked up something in him that perhaps he doesn't think of it as big a deal as the supporters do, and maybe that transmits down into the squad. I don't know. It's just something I've wondered, and I think it's quite a good point that you've raised there.
I think Mick is very proud, and he's very kind of almost not scared, but he is kind of. He doesn't like to show his emotions that much. He's very proud, isn't he? There's only 3 times I think I can remember him really kind of getting emotional and showing some passion. Charlton away, Noel Hunt goal, Chaplow goal, Anderson goal against Norwich and Watford respectively. I think that's maybe why, but deep down I would imagine he really wants to win one, especially if he is to walk away at the end of this year.
Because I think if it was me, and I mean I look at this from a supporter's perspective, but if it was me and we hadn't beaten our local rivals for 9 years, I was the manager, I would be doing everything in my power to make sure that they were ready, fired up, and wanted it more than anything. And I mean, I can see that coming through Luke Chambers. I mean, he is going to make sure everyone wants it, but you've got to have that from the management as well. You've got to be firing them up. And McCarthy may do that, but I don't sense any of it at the moment, that it's overly important. It's just like, oh, it's just another game. But we've been suffering for 8 years without a victory against these.